May I just pass the microphone to my colleague, the National Council, Captain Anna Tawai. Thank you. Thank you.
Of the national and defense flags, which is symbolic, signifying the end of our dispensation. When the national and defense flags are being lowered, please all are expected to rise. Officers and warrant officers in uniform are expected to salute. Shall we please rise for the ceremonial sunset? Dignitaries, you may please take your seats. Thank you. With the lowering of the national and defense flags signifying the end of a dispensation, the flags were lowered by Sergeant Bali Kaura and able seaman Mohammed Hassan. Any moment from now, the national and defense flags will be folded and retrieved back where new national and defense flags will be received for onward hoisting, signifying the commencement of a new dispensation. Flags being folded there by Sergeant Mohammed Idadu Usman of the Nigerian Air Force and Sergeant Ahmed Mohammed of the Nigerian Army, all in commemoration of the presidential inauguration and swearing-in ceremony of His Excellency, the Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces, Federal Republic of Nigeria, President Muhammadu Buhari, Grand Commander of the Order of the Federal Republic, and His Vice, His Excellency, Professor Yemi Osibajo, Senior Advocate of Nigeria, Grand Commander of the Order of the Niger. Flags being folded there, and any moment from now, the flag bearers will march steadily and hand over both the national and defense flags to the Regimental Sergeant Major of Guards Brigade, Master Warrant Officer Adams Bamidele. Marching steadily there are the flag bearers, marching to hand over the national and defense flags to the Regimental Sergeant Major, where the flags will be cased, and in turn, the Regimental Sergeant Major will march and hand over both the national and defense flags to the Commander Guards Brigade, Brigadier General Umar Tama Musa. Both the national and defense flags have been lowered, neatly cased there. And what we are witnessing right now is the Regimental Sergeant Major, Master Warrant Officer Bamidele, marching steadily to hand over the cased flags to the Commander Guards Brigade, Brigadier General Umar Tama Musa. And in turn, the Commander Guards Brigade will march and hand over the lowered flags to the Chief of Defense Staff, General Abayomi Gabriel Olunishakin. Flags being handed over there. And in turn, the Chief of Defense Staff will march and hand over the lowered flags to His Excellency, the Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces, Federal Republic of Nigeria, President Muhammadu Buhari, where he will receive new national and defense flags to be hoisted, signifying the commencement of a new dispensation.
I hereby present to you the national and defense flag for retirement, Your Excellency.
Flags being handed there to His Excellency, the Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces, Federal Republic of Nigeria, President Muhammadu Buhari. And in turn, the Chief of Defense Staff will receive new national and defense flags that will be hoisted, signifying the commencement of a new dispensation. Flags being received there by the Chief of Defense Staff from His Excellency, who in turn is marching back to hand over the national and defense flags that have been received from His Excellency to the Commander Guards Brigade. Flags handed over there to the Commander Guards Brigade, who in turn is marching steadily to hand over the national and defense flags that was received from His Excellency to Master Warrant Officer Adams Babidele. Flags received there from the Commander Guards Brigade, and what we're witnessing right now is the Regimental Sergeant Major about to hand over the national and defense flags to the flag bearers for onward hoisting, signifying the commencement of a new dispensation. Please, when the flags are being hoisted, all are expected to rise. Officers in uniform and master warrant officers are expected to salute. Immediately after the hoisting of the flags, there will be the 21-gun salute. Please do not panic at the sound of the artillery volleys when being sounded during the 21-gun salute. Flags being handed over to be hoisted, signifying the commencement of a new dispensation. And immediately after the flags are being hoisted, there will be the 21-gun salute. Please do not panic when the sound of the artillery volleys are being heard. Indeed, a historic and unique moment in the history of our dear nation, Nigeria.
National salute! Present!
Please, shall we all rise? Officers and warrant officers in uniform are to please salute. Thank you. at this moment hand over the microphone to the form of our return for further proceedings.
Thank you very much, Captain Haruna Timothy Tagoy. After the ceremony, GOC of our 3 divisions. One time military governor, another time head of state, chairman, PTF. He is not indicted in any of these offices. That's the epitome, that's the height of integrity. We want to heartily and very warmly congratulate His Excellency, Mr. President, on this second term assumption. Hearty congratulations, Your Excellency. Hearty congratulations, Her Excellency Hajia Aisha Muhammad Buhari. Elegant, amiable, demonstrably factual in her ways. We've seen it, practical. Congratulations, Her Excellency. Please, shortly, we are going to have the national anthem, and of course, naturally, we all have to rise. Officers, grant us in uniform, we will salute. Thank you. Once again, Captain Tawai, can you take it from there, please?
Your Excellencies, most distinguished invited guests, senior officers, both serving and deservedly retired, captains of industries, members of the diplomatic corps, Your Royal Highnesses, ladies and gentlemen. Gradually, we are coming to the end of this epoch-making event. Any moment from now, we shall have the national anthem. When it's being rendered, all are expected to rise. Officers and warrant officers in uniform are expected to salute.
National salute! Present!
Please, shall we all rise?
Distinguished guests, may please take your seats. Thank you. The parade commander, Lieutenant Colonel M.S. Daruda, now marches forward to seek the presidential permission of Mr. President to march up the colors on the rest of the parade, bringing us to the end of this very significant milestone in the annals of our country, Nigeria.
May I have your permission to march off the colors and the rest of the parade, Your Excellency?
Presidential permission sought there and permission graciously granted by Mr. President. At this juncture, Your Excellencies, we've come to the end of this epoch-making ceremony. We want to very sincerely appreciate Your Excellencies, the dignitaries, for honoring this invitation. A quick reminder here, June 12, 2018, Democracy Day. Please, let's all be committed. So on behalf of the Secretary General, the Secretary to the Government of the Federation and Chairman of the National Planning Committee of the 2019 Presidential Inauguration Ceremony, Mr. Boss Mustafa, we want to say thank you once again and God bless as you return to your respective destinations. God bless Your Excellencies. Thank you. Your announcers have been a very young MFR, my colleague Captain Haruna Timothy Tagwai, the Assistant Director of Public Relations, Guard Brigade, and yours sincerely, Major Paul S. Abara, a retired officer formerly of the Directorate of Army Public Relations. Thank you and God bless until we meet again June 12 by His grace. Thank you. Please, we want to admonish here, please, we allow the special guest of honor and his convoy and of course His Excellency the Vice President take their exit before other people start moving. Please, please, Your Excellency, we'll appreciate that, please. Thank you.
And as they take their exit, let me join my voice with that of Major Abara to say thank you to all of you for making Nigeria proud today. The journey has begun. We are on a positive trajectory of growth. We are rebalancing the economy, strengthening institutions, providing a conducive environment for the private sector, and rebuilding alliances with global development partners. Now the signs are emerging that Nigeria is on the firmer ground, traveling in the direction of enduring peace and progress as we embark on the next level. Again, we say thank you to all of you for being here.
we have come to the end, it will appear, of this phase of the celebrations for the inauguration 2019.
It's extremely important to remember that it's a phase because the celebrations will continue in the evening with a state banquet. But one thing is remarkable, Larry, from this event, they indeed did keep to time. The event was earmarked to close at 11:25 a.m. and just before that mark, about 11:22, the closing remarks were already been made by the announcer, and it's just about 11:25, or is it 11:27 now? And the event has come to an end. It's a remarkable one. We've been told it's going to be low-key. Perhaps elements that we have seen from this event will stand it out as being low-key. One of them is that there's been no inaugural address by the president. Possibly that will be coming June 12th on Democracy Day.
Well, possibly, but will that still be the inaugural speech if it's coming on Democracy Day? I'm not so sure. But I think it answers the question. You know, earlier on we were saying, will it be, will it not be? Was it an oversight? But I think it's clear now that the office that prepared this were very clear that the president will not have a speech. But the ceremony went along beautifully, kept to the program of the day, and just as Malpe said, very interesting. Sometimes we don't keep to time, but this kept to the minute, almost to the minute it was set to end. And I think one will just say it went as planned, really.
Well, we're waiting now to see what the reaction of many Nigerians will be, how they have received this ceremony, what they will expect perhaps for June 12th, come Democracy Day, and perhaps in general, I don't know, this is certainly not a dampener on our democracy, because it's still a celebration of democracy. We will certainly be taking you over to our correspondents who will, that's Gloria and Ibrahim, who will be speaking with Nigerians who have attended this event and taking their reactions from them. Over now to you, Gloria and Ibrahim.
All right, guys, it's been a great time here at the Eagle Square. As you can see, this ceremony has officially come to an end.
Finally?
Oh, yes, and the beginning of a fresh tenure for Muhammadu Buhari in another 4 years. It's been wonderful. We've been trying as much as possible to bring out people who will be speaking here and perhaps share their experiences, what it has been for you. Gloria, for you, what strikes you as the most significant this morning?
Certainly, you know, of course, because it's low-key, we didn't see all that we needed to see today. But apparently this marks the beginning of a new era for Nigerians, certainly. I mean, looking at what happened, the hoisting the flags, the normal routine, but not everything, you know, took place. But we know that certain Nigerians are expectant from now on, that a lot of things would happen, especially given the promises the president made to Nigerians that the next 4 years will be better economically, that anti-corruption fight will, you know, take an advanced stage, and of course the economy will be better, and then even security-wise. So there are a lot of expectations, you know, spread across. And Nigerians are waiting to see what step, you know, will be taken for the government. Right here, even the foreigners and the locals.
Yes, I did notice that.
A bit of expectation or anticipation in the air.
I did notice that you managed to squeeze somewhere close to the state box, and you were speaking with some of these diplomats. Did you get a sense of what they were saying? I wish we could get them here. What were they saying?
Ibrahim, obviously, I have just said the expectations are quite high about what the government will be doing. That's just the point about the whole thing. You know, what the government will do from now on. We have seen another, the same government being sworn in again, the vice president and the president. Of course, Nigerians can't wait to see how the president will fulfill many of his promises, how long it will take him to constitute a cabinet, you know, a fresh cabinet, how long it will take for him to maybe overhaul, like some people have been suggesting, the security architecture in the country. And again, maybe the SGF, you know, his security aids and all of that. Let's see how things will pan out, because remember he said he's no longer Babasa go slow or something. You know, so we can't wait to see if he's going to, hit the ground, as they say, running.
All right, let's debrief. I guess expectations are as high as they were in 2015 when the president was. Yeah, well, if we can get someone, it would be great to have someone to speak with. But then perhaps we'll put our acts together, see how many people we can get, and maybe get back to your studio.